Okay, so I have knit a little swatch here so that I can show you how you would work two different colors in a pattern. So this, for example, would be when you are working two different sections in a pattern and you want to switch from one section yarn to another section. And you want that join to be strong, durable, but you also want it to be seamless so that there's not really any holes there and it looks like you continuing on from one section to the other without any interruptions. So this can be done, for example, if you're working on an afghan or a blanket and you want a different border, or if you are working on a cardigan and you want the edge of this cardigan here to be a different than what the rest of the cardigan is. So for example, in a Mystery Knit Afghan 2024, the bottom section here continues up the side of the afghan, and this is how you would switch from this side section to this section here. And I'm going to show you a simple way to do this. So on this swatch, I have knit just stockinette stitch across. So I'm going to knit two all the way to the next section. Okay, so I have one stitch left here on this first section. So I'm going to knit that stitch like normal. And now I need to switch yarn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my working yarn for my next section, this purple here, and I'm going to cross it over top of the yarn from the first section, just like so. And then I'm going to work the first few stitches like normal, as you would in your pattern. And then I'm going to go back to the back here, and you see that there's a little bit of it's loose here. So I'm going to pull that yarn so that it's snug and that the tension on this stitch is the same as the stitches over here. And then I'm going to continue working on this new section. So now on the wrong side, I am going to work across this first section. And then when I get to the new section, I'm going to do very similar to what I did on the right side. I'm going to bring my yarn from this first section here to the back or to the front, whichever you want to call it. And then I'm going to take the yarn from my new section and I'm going to drape it over top of the yarn from my previous section. So you see there's it's just draped over top. And then I'm going to work the first few stitches on the next section. And then I'm going to go back here again and I'm going to pull this yarn snug. Remember, not too tight because you want to keep the tension the same, but enough so that it looks like it's a continuous stitch, but just in a different color. And then I'll work across this new section. So I'll show you the right side join again. So I've knit across this first section to the last stitch. So I will work the last stitch as normal, and then I will take the yarn for my next section and I will cross it over top of the yarn for this first section. And then I'll drop that yarn and then I will work the first two stitches on this new section, and then I will go back and I will snug this yarn up from my previous section, and then I'm going to work across this new section on the right side. And I will show you on the wrong side one more time. So one more stitch for this section, and then I'm going to bring the yarn in front here, and then I'm going to take my new yarn that I'm going to use on the next section and I'm going to cross it over this yarn I was just using, and then I will work the first couple stitches, and then same thing, I'm going to return to this yarn. I'm going to pull it snug like so, and pull this snug down here too where we added our yarn, and there is our seam on the wrong side and then the seam on the right side. It's a very easy and efficient way to join these two pieces of yarn, and I think you'll be happy with the results. Okay, good luck.